Hi, it's Neale from UDS. I'm here at the Old Blue Last in London Shoreditch, joined by the man of the hour, Chris Farren.
Hello, thank you for calling me the man of the hour.
The man of the hour, that's what you are. You're here in London for us today.
For 1 hour.
1 hour, yeah. You've had a bit of a flying start to 2020. You've been on a tour across the US,
Yes, I
North
have.
America. Now you're in the UK for 9 dates.
That's right.
You released a single in January.
I did.
And then in April and May, you're back over here and Europe.
That's right.
To play more shows as a supporting gig.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking forward to the rest of the year, I guess?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love to tour and I love to perform live music.
That's good to hear.
And
That's
so
a bit of luck.
I'm in a good profession for that.
You released Born Hot, your album last year.
I did.
2019. It's one of my favorite albums of the year.
Thank you.
I put it in my car. It's a CD car.
One of number one.
Yes.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
so one of three
Yeah.
from 2019.
Number
Yeah.
one.
I loved the tongue-in-cheek sort of lyrical rhymes and stuff. And you kind of sing a lot about insecurities, but kind of in a light-hearted tone.
Yeah.
It's kind of very catchy. Is that kind of part of your brand, would you say?
I guess inevitably that is true. I just like making music that is kind of upbeat and poppy. And anytime I open my mouth, only darkness seems to come out.
I think it's a very earnest darkness, at least, you know.
Yeah, it's all I really know what to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a very DIY production as well to your music, I'd say.
What do you mean?
You're a solo artist, obviously.
Yes.
You play on your own.
Yes, I do.
You have your drum machine. Is
right.
it OP1000, I believe?
OP1 and
That's
then
the OP1,
some other
yeah.
things. Yeah.
But you do it all on your own. I assume you record at home in a home studio and stuff.
I do record at home for now in a home studio. Or I think for a while I will continue to.
Is that ethos important to you, would you say?
No.
Or no commercial is still fine, yeah?
It's just, I guess it's important to me because it's important for me to have control over what I'm doing.
Yes.
But, it's mostly born out of necessity and kind of wanting. I've worked with people in studios before, and I've done a lot of stuff with other bands and stuff. And anytime I've worked in a studio or with a producer, I'm always unhappy. Except for when I work with Jeff Rosenstock in my other band.
With Antarctigo Vespucci.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to bring them up shortly. But.
Yeah, but I've said this before, but I just got tired of giving somebody like thousands of dollars to like argue with me.
Okay.
And be mean to me, basically. So yeah, I just decided to start doing the recording stuff on my own and just learn how to get good enough at it. I would love it if it sounded better. I think it sounds okay, but I always want.
I think it sounds pretty great to me.
Thank you. Yeah, I would always just love it to be getting better, and that's kind of what I strive for. And then for live, doing it like all alone started as kind of like a necessity thing, but then as it grew and as I kind of got more comfortable with it, when it became time where I probably could afford to have a band now, I don't really want one.
No.
Because I like the way I do it live.
I suppose you have more control over the situation on your own.
It's control, and it's something that is unique that I don't see in our scene specifically, very rarely at least. And and then it's just I also can scratch that band itch in Antarctigo Vespucci.
Yeah. I remember reading the book that for Antarctigo Vespucci, and you kind of encourage people to make their own records because it only costs about $800 to make.
Yeah,
I think
you could definitely do it for less than that.
But that's one of the things I very much like about Antarctigo Vespucci, both yours and Jeff Rosenstock stuff. It's kind of I like the kind of unique DIY attitude towards the album itself.
Right. Well, yeah. I just feel like there was too much of like when I was kind of growing up of like this kind of feeling like, oh, you want to make a real record, you have to go to this real place and spend this real amount of money. Which I don't like that kind of gatekeepy kind of weird vibe. Like I think if you want to make a record, you should know that it would be very easy for you to make a record for an incredibly small amount of money.
Speaking of Antarctigo Vespucci, are there any plans at all for a new album tour maybe?
There are never any plans with Antarctigo Vespucci. There's always just like nothing on the calendar, and then all of the sudden we'll like, because we see each other all the time, but one time we'll just be like, all right, yeah, let's just do it again. And then we'll just make another record. So right now there's nothing, but I'm positive we will make another record and do more stuff.
Good, glad to hear that. I'm very glad. So your show is also a very visual experience as well as being an audio experience. How do you decide on what you're going to project? Is it during the album stage, like when you're making the songs, or is it kind of post?
Really. It's when I'm getting ready for the tour. I start kind of thinking about that stuff. It's just what songs fit what vibe and kind of different light patterns and kind of things I can manipulate with my video synthesizer that just kind of works with whatever I'm doing.
I say, especially I suppose when you're a solo artist, it kind of helps to have something else.
Well, that's kind of the point. Like when I started playing the tracks and I was like, okay, cool. Now it sounds big and it's filling the room. But I think I saw like a video of me playing, and I didn't have the sound on. I was like, it just looks like I'm just playing guitar. And so then I wanted to also fill the room with like lights and sound.
Just a couple more questions. You started doing art at some point.
Art now.
Yes, it's very good. I really like it. I'm an artist myself. I really enjoy looking at your stuff.
Thank you.
Have you noticed any big improvements since you started? I know you sell them on the tour. You do an individual poster each night.
Like any of my own self-improvement?
Yeah, like, from where you started to where you are now, I suppose.
I think I'm getting better. It's hard to say how. I think I'm just a little better technically, like at kind of knowing like what kind of things like blend together and what won't work on top of what. But I still think I'm a very far away from anybody. Like
everyone's their own worst critic.
I feel like because a lot of what I do is like finding images online and then taking them in Photoshop, manipulating them, putting my face on them basically, and changing a bunch of other stuff around and like kind of when I think of ideas, and then kind of putting that onto my iPad, tracing that with my iPad, and then printing the thing from my iPad, and then putting the iPad thing down and tracing that
onto paper.
Onto paper.
I did wonder. Okay.
And like watercolors. And
That's a lot of work too. That's a lot of effort.
It's just so stupid. Yeah, it's too much work, but it's all I know how to do so far.
It's, a lot of people respect analog work. Just put it on paper. That's cool. As we're upside down shark, we always ask this question at the end.
Okay.
What is your favorite shark? Can be a real type of shark. Can be a pop culture shark.
I know what I like. There's this kind of shark in Florida called like a sandpaper shark.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I know that.
Maybe it's called a tiger shark?
I know a tiger shark, yeah.
Maybe those are two different things. Anyway.
That's something to Google at the end.
Sandpaper shark, maybe. You touch it, it feels like sandpaper. It's really cool.
Well, it's very,
I touched one.
Accurate description.
Seaworld. Not before it was bad to go there.
That's where I've seen most of my
kid. You can't get mad at me for going there. SeaWorld as a little kid. Cancel my mom.
But yeah, anything you'd like to plug? Obviously a tour coming up, this one.
Go online, check it out. There's so much stuff on there. You gotta love it.
You got Born Hot, you got I Can't Die, you got your Christmas album.
That's right.
And the new song Phantom Friend, check that out.
Yes.
You got your upcoming tour with Brian Fallow.
Yep.
And the Howling Weather. That's in April, May. If you're in the UK and Europe, check that out.
You must.
Yeah, I'll probably be there. I imagine I will be.
Same.
So thank you for joining us, Chris.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
If you like this video, give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe, listen to Chris's music, especially. and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.